Hi, good evening and welcome. My name is Sandra, my channel is called Sussex Sandra, and welcome. How are we all doing? Hope we've all had a positive and productive week. It's Sunday, well it's Sunday evening, and it's rather nice actually. It's quiet, it's chilled, I've eaten, I'm properly full. So for me now, it's time for me to relax and play. When I say play, that means makeup for me, because makeup is my form of relaxation and I just love to mess about with it. So today I'm talking about a new release. It's kind of a new release in the UK, been out in the States for a couple of weeks I would say, I think, and it's new releases from Fenty Beauty. So I am a bit of a fan of the Fenty Beauty brand. I do like to buy products from there. I'll pick up the odd thing here and there since they sort of started back, what, 2 years ago roughly, 2 to 3 years ago. So you know, I've got the foundations, I've got highlighters, I've tried the primers, eyeshadows, lipsticks, you know, I've bought a few things from there. So but recently Fenty Beauty, Rihanna, they released some new bronzers and some new cheek blushes. They were all cream versions, so I wasn't quite sure about getting them because I'm very much a powder person when it comes to products, you know, because I've got oily skin. But I thought, oh no, I do need a new bronzer because the one I was using before has finished, and I was like, oh, let me just get it, treat myself and get it. So I went onto the Harvey Nichols website to see what they had. They didn't have the full range of all of the products available in the new launch. Yeah, I think they had 3 of the 8, I can't remember if it's 10 cream blushes that were launched, but Harvey Nichols only had 3 of them. And they only had 3 of the cream bronzers, and I think of the bronzers there was about maybe 4 to 6, I can't remember how many, but they didn't have the full range. So if I'm going to show you the things that I purchased, and then obviously I'm going to put them on. For those of you who are watching my channel for the first time, hi and welcome. A quick background of who I am. My name's Sandra. I am obviously a woman of colour. I'm 51 years old and I absolutely love makeup and skincare, just all of that kind of thing. I've always loved it and I will continue to always love it. Unfortunately, one of the things I see on YouTube, because I do watch YouTube a lot, one of the things I see on YouTube is that most of the people who do product reviews and sort of all the tutorials and stuff, their age group, teenagers, 20s, 30 years old. There's not many people in the older age group, in what I'd call the middle-aged group. I think there are some women who are maybe in their 40s. They're usually American and they're usually white. I haven't seen many people in my age group, so I'm 50s obviously, but still the middle-aged group, and of colour. So I thought, well, you know, let me get on there and see what I can do, what I can contribute to the whole world, the social media world of beauty. I can't contribute a lot, but you know, I can have fun with it and just share my enjoyment and my trials and errors with you guys. Right, so let me show you what I purchased. Okay, so I purchased all of these from Harvey Nichols. I was actually going to buy it from the fentybeauty.com website, so it's an American website, so everything's in US dollars, because prices when you convert them are actually cheaper than the UK prices. And I did actually have a whole basket full of all the colours that I wanted, so all the cream blushes that I actually wanted, because there was 4 cream blushes that I actually wanted to purchase. But for some reason, I don't know why, because it looked like when I was doing all the shipping and checking out, when it was time to do the checking out, it just wouldn't accept the payment. So I don't know, not accept the payment, it just wouldn't seem to go through. It just kept on going back to my postcode bit. So I didn't know, I wasn't sure if it wasn't accepting my UK address. Not quite sure what was happening there. So in the end I gave up and just went to the Harvey Nichols website and purchased the products. But as I said, the Harvey Nichols website had a minimum amount of the range. I'm assuming they'll get more of the products in over time, but at the moment they've only got a few of the newer products in there. So let me show you what I purchased. So in the box you've got a little envelope and it has your invoice in there. Just trying to remember myself. So I bought, what did I buy? I bought 1 cream bronzer, I bought a concealer, I bought a setting powder, I bought one cream blush, and there was one complimentary gift. So let's see what we got. So the products, so the box is all sealed. It's all wrapped up really nicely. You've got a nice little, I don't know if you can see it, Harvey Nichols seal there. So let me break that seal, see what we have. It came very quickly actually, because I wasn't sure how quickly the delivery was going to be. The postage and packaging, I think it was free. I think if you bought over a certain amount, the postage and packaging was free. Can't remember what the minimum amount was, but I clearly met it. That's what the products look like on the inside. Right, so let's take out the first thing. So the first thing is the setting powder, I believe. And I bought it in the shade Nutmeg. I can't remember, so I couldn't decide because you can't really tell. I couldn't tell if I should have bought coffee or nutmeg, so I'm hoping that the nutmeg is the right colour for me. I really couldn't tell. It looks like it should be. There you go, that's what it looks like. Really nice packaging, isn't it? So that's the first item. Let's put the box down here. Here I've got the, I'm assuming this is the concealer. So the concealer I purchased in 440. So in the foundation I wear 440 or 445 I believe, but 440 is what I've got. And I believe, I'm sure I got this information from previous videos that I've watched, that if you buy your shade in the foundation, the concealer will be the right colour. So it won't be the exact same colour as the foundation, it will be the right colour, lighter, I'm not sure. But this is the 440 in the concealer. It looks rather red actually. I'll compare that to the foundation, or maybe it's the same colour. So that's the foundation. Oh, they look the same, okay. Yep, okay, that's fine. So I've got the concealer. What's this? This is, oh, this is the first of the new product. So these are the cream blushes. So I can't remember what the price was. So the price of the blushes in the UK it's £19. In the States, I'm trying to remember how much it is in the States. I think in the States the cream blushes are $22. And that, is that right? I think that's right. I think I'm saying that right. I think it's $22. It's actually quite a small little size. If you look at the size of that. If I show you the, right, so this is a kilowatt highlighter. So to show you the size of the packaging compared to the kilowatt packaging. So this is what it looks like. The shade I bought was Cool Berry. So that's the shade I purchased. The shades I was looking at buying was Strawberry, I think it was called Strawberry Drip, Rose Latte, and Summer Wine, and Cool Berry. Those are the four colours I wanted to purchase. The only colour they had in the choices I wanted was the Cool Berry. So if I show you this, what it looks like. Yeah, the colour looks great actually. So that's the colour. It should be a good colour. If I just do a quick little, so you can see what it looks like on my skin. That should be okay. It's actually quite sheer, so let me do another layer. So that's what it looks like on my skin. It should be all right. I think once I put the foundation on and everything, it should be okay. So that was £19. I didn't tell you how much the setting powder was. The setting powder was £24. The concealer was, let's have a look, how much is the concealer? The concealer was £19 as well. Right, so let's continue. Right, the bronzer, so there was two bronzers that were, I think there was 3 bronzers or 4 bronzers available on the Harvey Nichols website, and 2 of the colours were actually suitable for deeper skin tones like myself. So there was chocolate and there was toffee teas. So again, I was looking at other YouTubers who sort of similar colouring to myself. So the 2 YouTubers I watched was Andrea Renee, who's an American YouTuber, and for the UK I watched Plastic Boy. young lad based in Birmingham somewhere, definitely in the Midlands somewhere, so it's Plastic Boy, and his colouring was sort of fairly similar to mine. So a lot of the YouTubers who I've seen on YouTube, they'd all been sent the products on PR, so they had a full range of products sent to them. Lucky them. So that's why, especially the UK ones, that's why they had the full range. I think the other person who I watched as well, actually yes I did, was Jenny Jenkins. She's a big female YouTuber here as well, woman of colour, so young girl, very pretty, again from the Midlands somewhere. So there was two. So both of them tried the bronzers, the cream bronzers. They both said the same thing about them, that they were rather cool toned. They were surprised that they weren't more warm in undertone, because that's what you expect from bronzers. So they both said the same thing. And from what I saw of them, it seemed like the colour chocolate was going to be the right shade for me. The shade Toffee Teas was a really, really deep colour. So I went for the chocolate. So this is what it looks like. That's what the packaging looks like. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So that's the packaging. You can see the reflection of my setup there. And that's what it looks like. I must admit, I mean, the colour is great, but I tell you what, that colour looks like a perfect contour colour rather than a bronzing colour. But we'll see what it's like when we put it on. Just going to do a swatch to see what it's like on my skin. Yeah, it looks very much like a contour shade rather than a bronzer shade. So we will see. One of the things I should have bought, and I just didn't get it, which was very silly of me, I should have bought one of their powder bronzers, because I think from what I've seen that would have gone very nicely with these. I've always resisted buying the bronzers before because I thought they were too red, too warm in undertone, but it seems like they work very well with these cream bronzers. So I was going to purchase the Miami, is it called Miami Mocha or Mocha Miami shade. I know I had it in my American Fenty Beauty basket, but I obviously didn't buy it from Harvey Nichols, so silly mistake. I should have picked that up. And this is my free item, so I've got a free item here. I'm not sure what that is. It's a pretty box anyway. So what is this? So this is, it's a kilowatt, and oh, it's one of the kilowatt highlighters. Let's see what colour I got. Let's have a look. Okay, so those are the colours underneath. Looks interesting. Let's have a look. Okay, right. So I've got that as my complimentary. Okay, ooh, yeah, not quite sure what to say about that actually. I tell you what, there's actually a cream blush in a purple shade. I can't remember what the colour is, but it looked really, really nice when Andrea Renee put it on. It did look really, really nice. But that's my kilowatt, so I might play around with that today. I might play, yeah, I think I will play around with that. Because I was thinking, am I going to use it? But I think I'm going to play with that today. So let's put this all away. And yeah, let's put some of this stuff on, shall we? So my face is, I mean, I washed my face this morning, I moisturised it, but I haven't done any primer or anything like that. So let's do that. Let's get my skin all ready. So primer I'm going to use today because I'm not going anywhere, so it's not a case of me having to make sure my makeup is long lasting. So I'm going to use this primer. It's the No Pore Blend Priming Water. I got this in one of my American Beauty boxes. I think it might have been BoxyCharm, and I've loved this. I've absolutely loved this as a primer. It's been great for me on my oily skin, and I never thought I would say that about anything apart from my Becca Ever Matte Poreless primer. So there's that, and I'm also going to put a little bit of the Figs and Rouge elixir in there because I've gotten into mixing my primer with that now because it does work rather nice. So just a little drop. Right, so what I will be doing, I will speed through all the bits, so all the application bits. So you will see me applying products, but I will be speeding through it and probably add music to that, so I hope that's okay for you. So let's let that dry in. Right, next thing I do, I always like to set my primer now with some powder, so I'm going to use my setting powder for the first time. So let's do that. If I can open it. Just using the Fenty Beauty concealer. It's not quite bright enough for me for under my eyes, because I really like to, if I can, really emphasize my brows as much as possible. So I like to use a much lighter color as a concealer under my eyes. So hence I've gone in with the Wet n Wild concealer in, I don't know what shade this is. This shade is 448, I think it says. The shade I've got here in the Wet n Wild one is medium deep, so that to me is just a better colour for my taste for cutting out my brows. So got a fairly simple, slightly smoky eye look going on there, and I use the Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette. This one, as you saw, and eyeliner I used a very old eyeliner which I got from Kiko in my local shopping centre. It was a collection they had one Christmas. Can't remember what the collection was called, but it's just been great because this is a dark blue and this is like a silvery gold colour, so I use that as my eyeliner because I didn't really want to use a black eyeliner today. I just didn't feel like I wanted that strong a look, so I think that's okay. Right, let's get on to the so-called bronzer. So I've got the bronzer in shade chocolate. All the bronzers are numbered, so this is the second darkest colour, chocolate. And that's what it looks like. So that's how it's looking on my skin. So let's use that. So for my bronzers, I normally use a bronzing brush, but I might save that for the powder bit. So for now, I'm just going to use that. So my little blenderful, the little mini blenderful. So I'm going to use that first, or should I use this? No, I'm going to use this for the bronzer, see how I get on with that, and then I might use this for the powder bit to set it. So let's see how this looks. So again, this is shade chocolate. I'm just going to dab it in like that. And then for bronzers are normally, you kind of put them on the high spots on your forehead and so on, because it's supposed to show where the sun has kissed your skin to give you that glow. But this colour is really making me feel that it's like a contour, so I'm just going to try this out, see how it looks. Ooh, is it even showing up? Is it showing up? Gosh, I'm thinking I could have gone in maybe with, yeah, I can see it up on my forehead. I'm thinking I could have even have gone darker. If I'm going to use this like a contour, because it's very cool. It's not giving me that warmth at all, which is what I'd expect from a bronzer. Very cool. So let me continue. So this is definitely giving me contour vibes rather than bronzer. It's just very cool. Can you see that? Or is it just me and my eyes are playing up? But this is definitely giving me contour vibes. Okay, that's how it looks to me. I think that is definitely giving me contour vibes. I keep saying it, but I'm just going to go down my nose. Right, I'm going to set all of this now with the setting powder. So if you remember, I've got it in the shade Nutmeg. I've got a Bobbi Brown powder bronzer, so I'm going to go in and use that, see if I can add some warmth somewhere. But I definitely need to get that Fenty Beauty Miami Mocha bronzer, I think, because I'm using this. This to me is a contour rather than a bronzer. So I've got a Bobbi Brown bronzer here, and this is in Deep 4, and this is a bronzing powder. So you can see already that it's got that kind of warmth to it. So let's put some of this on. Yeah, so now I look like I'm bronzed. That looks better. My forehead still looks a bit cool up there. Let's put some more of this up there. Right, that looks a bit better. What do you think? Okay. Right, so this as a bronzer, I'm going to say no, because it is just too, it's too cool. There is no warmth in colour at all for it. But this as a contour, yeah, more than happy with that. So I'm quite happy to use that as a contour, then go on top of that with as a bronzer. So I will get hold of the Fenty Beauty Mocha Miami, I think it's called, bronzing powder, because I think that will work well with all of this. So let's try the blush now. So here's the blush. It's cream blush, and I got it in the colour Cool Berry, and I think this colour should look rather nice. So let's try this out. I like it because it's almost got a slight gold tint to it, so I'm happy with this colour. This is right down my street as far as colours go. Can you see that? Bring you in a bit closer. Can you see that? Can you see the difference? There, it seems to be very sheer with a gentle colour, and I like that. So just put it on the apple of my cheek, and I think that works rather nice. I like that. It's actually quite tempting just to keep dabbing on. I definitely want to get some of the other colours now that I've tried this. I like that. I like that a lot. Right, so I'm going to try the freebie which I got, the complimentary highlighter. So that's what it looks like, and it was in the shade 7-Day Weekend and Poolside. So yeah, let's try some of this on. Hopefully I'm not going to go too crazy here, but hey, time to play. I'm gonna try this colour, which is the 7-Day Weekend colour. Yeah, put it on a little bit heavy on this side, but hey ho. Cool. Right, and just to finish that all off, I'm just gonna put a little bit of lip liner on now. So I'm just gonna use my MAC Chestnut. And I've got two gloss bombs. So I've got the original one, and I've got one of the newer shades, Chocolate. I think I'm going to put the original one on just to brighten the look up a little bit, and then that will be it. There you go. That's it. What do we think? Okay, right, so there we go, that's the finished look. So I think I've just proven that us older people, us over 40s and 50s, we don't need to be scared of wearing the makeup that our younger folk are wearing, and they're trending and they're putting out there. We can wear this stuff as well. I think I've just demonstrated that we can wear it and we can get away with it as well. Probably all down to the application and how heavy we go, but personally I think I look alright. I think I'm kind of doing this alright. I went in a little bit heavy with the highlighter on this side, but yeah, just ignore me on that. I was just playing with these purple shades. But yeah, I think I can say that us older people, we can wear the Fenty new products as well. As far as the new products go, the bronzer, I would say the cream bronzer, I would say this is definitely not a bronzer. This chocolate is definitely not a bronzer for deeper skin tones. There's nowhere near enough warmth in the colour. It's very, very cool. As a contour, it's great, it's fine. I would even say that shade chocolate could be worn by lighter skin tones as well. But as a bronzer, no. As a contour, yes. It's one of those that you would have to put to set the bronzer. To set this, you would need to put on a proper powder bronzer to give that warmth of colour back into your skin, if that's what you're looking for. But as a bronzer, I would say no. Just to demonstrate my point, so this is the bronzer I ended up using today from Bobbi Brown. This was in the shade Deep, and you can see it's got that red undertone in there. And this is the chocolate. This is the chocolate from Fenty, so you can see the difference. Yeah. It's a nice deep colour, but there is just no warmth in that colour at all, no warmth in the undertone. So as a bronzer, this is a no go. But on the positive, the cream blush I absolutely love. I do normally wear powder blushes. I don't normally go anywhere near cream blushes, basically because I'm scared, because I'm very oily skinned. But I love this. So this is Cool Berry. It's one of the 4 shades I wanted to purchase, and I think this works. It's very light, very sheer, but it gives a very natural colour to the skin. I love this. This is great, and I had to stop myself from putting more on. Beautiful colour, really like it. So that was Cool Berry. I am going to go on and buy the Rose Latte, Strawberry Daiquiri and the Summer Wine. I am going to definitely get those. As soon as they're available in the UK, I will get hold of them. But yeah, this is a definite plus. Rest of the makeup is all old school Fenty beauty products that have been established for a while. So foundation I wore shade 440, the concealer I wore 440. I use the Moroccan Spice eyeshadow palette on my eyes. I haven't got the Fenty mascara. Not sure if I'm going to go and buy that because I've got lots of mascara, so I'm not sure if I'm going to go and get that. On my lips I use the classic universal glass bomb. Love that. And that's it. That's my final look, guys. So what do you think? Does it work? I think so. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I'm here to support us older people in wearing our makeup. We shouldn't be here as well. We're out here buying our products as well because we like playing with makeup as well and putting it on to make ourselves feel good as well. So yeah, not forgetting us older people. It's not all about the younger folk. We're in there as well. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that. Hope to see you soon. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up down below, and if you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? You know what you need to do. Just press that subscribe button down below, press the little bell as well, and that will ensure that you are notified when I upload my next video. Alright guys, take care.